What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I want to talk about a few different things today. I want to talk about President Biden. He's kind of on a tour right now with this bipartisan infrastructure bill. He's touting all the benefits that are in this bill. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I also want to talk about GOP congresspeople that are getting threatened right now. This is pretty amazing, but this bipartisan bill, they voted for it, and now they're receiving threats. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then we need to talk about Senator Joe Manchin. He put out a tweet yesterday, and this could be a reason why he's not going to be for the second infrastructure bill. So we're going to talk about that. And then to celebrate veterans on Veterans Day, we're going to look at some free places where veterans can eat. But first off, on this channel, we talk about news that matters. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. And like always, if you see my name and a picture of me in the comment section, make sure you also see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see that check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. Okay, so the first story we're going to talk about is President Biden. So he is on this tour. So he'll be signing the infrastructure bill, the first infrastructure bill, on Monday. And so this will be a big event. This is something that's been long. They've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. And we finally have it. So it's a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. And he's going to talk about all the things that are in this infrastructure bill. And so I'm sure a lot of us have heard that there's a bottleneck at these ports. And what that is causing, that's causing more inflation. That's causing prices to rise, supply and demand. People, the products are there, but they're in the ocean. They haven't gotten to us yet. And so people are paying more for the products that we have on land because those products are scarce. And so with this first infrastructure bill, there's $17 billion that will be allocated to help when it comes to the ports. And so hopefully this will ease some of the bottlenecking that we're seeing, and maybe we can get more products in a lot faster, because we are looking at the holidays coming up and people are going to need to get some of these items. We're talking big ticket items. We're looking at Black Friday in a couple of weeks. So this needs to happen sooner than later. So it's good that this infrastructure bill is here, and it's good that they have some money already set aside to go to help these ports and help with this bottleneck issue. And one more thing I want to say about this whole signing, I think that it should have happened as soon as they approved as soon as the House approved the infrastructure bill. They should have moved forward. As soon as that went to his desk, he should have signed off on it. I know it takes a little bit of time for them to print it on this special paper and all that, but it only takes a couple of days for that to happen. And then once that happened, he should have signed it, and then he could have gone on this tour, because now you're delaying it even further. We could have had it signed, had people already starting to work on these new jobs. That $17 billion that I was talking about, it could already be going to the ports to help with the bottlenecking issue. So I just wish that would have happened. But nonetheless, Monday he'll be signing it. And so that should be some really, really good news. And then also, when we talk about that second infrastructure bill, I want to talk about it really quickly because Ms. Jayapal, Representative Jayapal, she is the chair of the Progressive Caucus. She said, look, that we're going to be voting on that second infrastructure bill next week. Okay, so you can look forward to that. Now, this is just the House. This is not the Senate. The House will vote on it. If they can vote on it and approve it, they'll send it to the Senate. That's where they're going to have some issues, because we already know that Senator Manchin and Senator Sinema have some reservations when it comes to the second infrastructure bill. So we'll have to stay tuned to figure out what they're going to do with that. Now, the next story I want to talk about, and this is a pretty troubling story. I talked about Senator Manchin a couple of days ago, him being heckled, and how I thought, look, that's not good. That's not good for people to do. If you have grievances when it comes to these politicians, there are proper ways that you can go about it. You can vote them out of office. You can educate people when it comes to what these politicians are doing, but running behind them, chasing them, standing in front of their car, it's never appropriate. Now, here's another story I want to show you. GOP congressman gets threats after backing infrastructure bill. So this is the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Now, this is really interesting because now you have Republicans that voted for this bipartisan bill, and they're receiving threats. And I'm not going to read the threats, but I will show you here. So if you want to read it, you can. But there's a lot of profanity in these threats, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, you have people calling these Congress people, and you have other politicians that are giving phone numbers of these politicians so they can call, to the people who follow them, so they can call these Congress people. And so it's just a shame. I mean, it really is. And it's something that shouldn't be happening in our government. But nonetheless, it is happening. And we have people that are lashing out just for a bipartisan infrastructure bill that helps the American people. That's what's a real sad part about this. And this is, I'm hoping that and there was 13 Republicans in the House that voted for the bipartisan bill. But I'm hoping that they do something about this. I really do. Because you have, who is it? Representative Green. She is the one who posted on her Twitter, I believe it was on her Twitter, she posted phone numbers of these GOP lawmakers that voted for the bipartisan infrastructure bill. And that is, I won't say that's the reason why these people called these lawmakers, but it probably didn't help, right? You post their number and then they receive these threatening phone calls. They probably go together. There's probably a link there. So hopefully they take care of this whole situation. They take care of the people who are making the threats, as well as take care of some of these lawmakers that are out there putting this information out there, putting people's phone numbers out there and saying, look, you should call them and be upset because they voted for this infrastructure bill. So in my opinion, it's just not the way things should go. But I want to know what you guys think about this. So in the comment section, let me know down below. Okay, so now we need to talk about Senator Manchin. So Senator Manchin put out a tweet yesterday. I'll show you the tweet here. And I think this is a precursor to him not wanting to move forward with that second infrastructure bill. He's going to try to stall it as long as possible. And let's go ahead and take a look at what he's saying here. By all accounts, the threat posed by record inflation to the American people is not transitory. And it is instead getting worse. From the grocery store to the gas pump, Americans know the inflation tax is real, and DC can no longer ignore the economic pain Americans feel every day. So that's Senator Manchin there talking about inflation. And this is what he's going to use to say no on the second infrastructure bill. We can't spend any more money. And so that's going to be his out, I think, and he's going to try to drag this on as long as possible, maybe push it into next year. So we'll have to see what goes on when it comes to that. But that's what I think his strategy is now. We got the inflation numbers, and they didn't look good. It was a 0.9% increase in October, and overall for the year, 6.2% increase. So that is something, that's what he's going to use. I'm telling you right now, that's the reason why he put out this tweet. He put it out there just to let you know, hey, this is the reason why I'm not going to be for a second infrastructure bill. Even though they've been negotiating all this time, he's going to come up with this and say, this is the reason why. Even though also it's paid for. The plan will be paid for, but he's still going to say this is reckless spending and we can't move forward with this infrastructure bill. So we're going to have to stay tuned to see what happens with that. But like I said, the House wants to vote on this next week. So if they vote on it next week, they can approve it, send it over to the Senate, and then the battle is going to begin. They're going to have to try to negotiate with Senator Manchin, and he's going to be putting this out there, this whole inflation thing. And when it comes to inflation, I mean, they're talking that this is going to last well into next year. So this is not something that is going to go away right away. And he did say transitory. So he's saying there, he doesn't think this is temporary. He thinks this is going to last for a while. And he's probably right when it comes to that. It probably will last for a while. So should we put some more spending out there during a time where we have inflation? I want to know what you guys think. So in the comment section, let me know down below. And the last story I want to talk about is for Veterans Day. In celebration of Veterans Day, we have a lot of places where veterans can go and they can eat free. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of these different places here. So this is a USA Today article. I will post a link so you guys can check this out. So if you are a veteran or you know veterans, you can send this message to them and tell them, hey, go get some food. Now, obviously, you can only eat so much, but at least you have a lot of different options here to frequent. Outback, there's so many different places on here. I can't go over all of them, but I definitely will leave this so you guys can go down and check out some of these places. Dunkin' Donuts, IHOP, there's so many. I mean, the list, I'm telling you, the list is endless when it comes to all these different places. So I just wanted to post this for all the veterans. So remember, in the description, I'll have a link so you guys can check that out. If you guys have any questions about any of the stories, please let me know down below. If you have any comments, also let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Happy Veterans Day.